Welcome back to the channel, to another collection of stories that will keep you up at night. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the scary stories I've got cooked up for you. Libraries. They seem so innocent, right? Rows upon rows of books filled with knowledge and stories, but some libraries harbor a darkness, a secret history whispered only in hushed tones. Tonight we delve into the chilling tales of those who dared to venture too far between the stacks. Prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown. For tonight, we explore the darkest secrets hidden in libraries. Our first story takes us to the hallowed halls of the Grand Blackwood Library, a place steeped in history and shrouded in an eerie silence that seemed to hum through the towering bookshelves. The library was ancient, its oak shelves groaning under the weight of countless volumes, some dating back centuries. The air was thick with the smell of aged paper and must, a scent that sent shivers down your spine. It is here, among the countless tales of forgotten lore, that a young, ambitious librarian named Eleanor stumbled upon a mysterious manuscript tucked away in the deepest recesses of the library's archives. The manuscript, bound in rough, discolored leather, was unlike anything Eleanor had ever seen. Its pages, brittle with age, were filled with strange symbols and a language she couldn't decipher. As Eleanor's fingers brushed the manuscript's cold leather cover, she felt an icy chill crawl up her arm. A sense of dread washed over her, a feeling that she was not alone. Ignoring the unsettling feeling, Eleanor, drawn to the manuscript's enigmatic aura, decided to translate it. Night after night she pored over the strange symbols, her desk lamp casting long, eerie shadows across the library's silent reading room. As Eleanor delved deeper into the manuscript's mysteries, she noticed a recurring symbol, a grotesque horned figure, with eyes that seemed to follow her every move. Then, the nightmares began. Vivid, terrifying dreams plagued Eleanor's sleep. The horned figure from the manuscript haunted her every waking moment, whispering her name from the shadows of the library stacks. One night, as Eleanor worked late into the night, she felt an icy breath on the back of her neck. The air grew heavy, and the temperature plummeted. Turning slowly, her heart pounding in her chest, Eleanor came face to face with the horned figure from her nightmares. Its eyes, burning with a malevolent intensity, stared deep into her soul. Eleanor screamed, a blood-curdling sound that echoed through the silent library. But her cries for help were lost in the darkness, swallowed by the ancient walls. The next morning, the library staff found Eleanor's desk abandoned, the manuscript gone, and the room in disarray. The only sign of Eleanor was a single leather-bound book lying open on the floor, and there on the open page was the grotesque horned figure, its eyes seemingly burned into the paper, watching, waiting. Some say Eleanor was driven mad by the manuscript's dark magic, while others believe she was taken by the entity trapped within its pages. To this day, the manuscript remains lost, its secrets hidden within the depths of the Blackwood Library, a chilling reminder that some stories are best left untold. Our next haunting takes us to a small, unassuming library nestled in the heart of a bustling city, a place where the real world seemed to fade away amidst the hushed whispers and the comforting scent of old books. But within this haven of knowledge there was a secret, a hidden section whispered about only in hushed tones by those who dared to speak of it. It was a place where the air hung heavy with a palpable sense of dread. The section was tucked away in the library's shadowy basement, hidden behind a locked iron gate. Its shelves were lined with ancient tomes bound in leather and iron, their pages filled with forbidden knowledge and dark rituals. Legend had it that the books in this section were cursed, that they contained a malevolence that could corrupt the minds of those who dared to read them. One fateful night, a group of curious teenagers, eager to test the boundaries of their bravery, decided to explore the forbidden section. They had heard the whispers, the stories of madness and disappearances, but they dismissed them as mere superstition. Armed with a flashlight and a sense of reckless abandon, they snuck into the library after dark, their footsteps echoing through the silent halls. The air grew colder as they descended into the basement, the smell of mildew and decay assaulting their senses. Finding the locked gate, they worked together, their youthful hands trembling with anticipation and fear, to pry it open. The gate creaked ominously as it swung inward, revealing the dimly lit shelves of the cursed section. As they stepped inside, a cold breeze swept through the room, extinguishing their flashlight and plunging them into darkness. A wave of dizziness washed over them, and the air grew thick with the scent of sulfur and decay. Suddenly, they heard a blood-curdling scream echoing from the darkness. Panic surged through the group as they stumbled blindly through the narrow aisles, their hands outstretched, searching for the exit. One by one, the teenagers disappeared, their terrified screams swallowed by the darkness. Only one member of the group managed to escape the cursed section, his clothes torn, his eyes wide with terror. He stumbled out of the library, babbling incoherently about shadowy figures and disembodied voices whispering from the bookshelves. He never fully recovered from his ordeal, his mind shattered by whatever evil lurked within the cursed section. The library staff, horrified by the events of that night, sealed the cursed section permanently, the iron gate locked tight, a silent testament to the darkness that lay within. But some say that the evil within those ancient books cannot be contained, that it seeps out into the library, whispering to those who linger too long in its stacks, tempting them with forbidden knowledge and leading them down a path of madness and despair. Chapter 3. The Phantom Librarian. Our tale takes us to a remote coastal town where the fog rolled in from the sea, shrouding everything in a damp, eerie blanket. In the dimly lit halls of the weathered old library, the legend of the Phantom Librarian was born. The library stood alone at the edge of town, a solitary sentinel against the relentless sea. Locals whispered that the building was haunted, that it held a sadness that seeped from its very walls. The Phantom Librarian had once been a kind old man, a lover of books and a keeper of stories. But tragedy struck one stormy night when a fire ripped through the library, consuming everything in its path. The old librarian, unable to escape, perished amidst the flames, his spirit forever bound to the place he loved. Now legend has it that the librarian's ghost still roams the library's halls, marked by the faint scent of pipe smoke and the rustle of turning pages. Some say he's a benevolent spirit, guiding lost souls to books, while others whisper of a more sinister presence, driven to madness by the fire. One evening, a young woman named Anya found herself drawn to the library. As Anya stepped inside, she was greeted by an oppressive silence. The air was heavy with the smell of damp paper and decay, a reminder of the fire. The silence was broken only by the sound of her own footsteps echoing through the empty halls. Suddenly, Anya felt a presence behind her. Turning slowly, she saw the faint outline of a figure standing in the shadows. Its face was obscured, but Anya could make out the faint glow of its eyes, burning with an eerie light. She stood frozen as the figure approached, the smell of pipe smoke growing stronger. Just as suddenly, the figure vanished, melting into the shadows like a phantom. Anya was left alone in the silent library, the scent of pipe smoke lingering in the air. Some may dismiss her experience, but Anya knew what she had seen that night. She had looked into the eyes of the phantom and glimpsed the sadness and rage that burned within him. So there you have it, more terrifying tales to keep you looking over your shoulder as you browse the library stacks. If you enjoyed these dark tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling stories. What lurks behind the familiar facades of our world? What secrets are hidden just beyond our reach, waiting to be uncovered? Until next time, stay curious and stay safe. Sweet dreams.